The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
So that was all you were looking for. A play like that, get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on fourth down.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down.
Simpson.
And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Simpson. That's caught by Galladay. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now this throw caught left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it second and 6. The Giants at 7-3 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. A throw there, but that's going to be incomplete.
By the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Gano's kick is good, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it, but occasionally you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Give him 10 yards there, and by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Play action. Now Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
On first down, Purdy
Gets this one to Juszczyk.
and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. On second down, McCaffrey. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Purdy bootlegging it.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Here's Aaron Sipas now.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Off play action.
Simpson.
That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. Operating from the gun. Simpson gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for the Giants. 41 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Anthony McFarland.
His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows to 10-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. His throw incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. Coming up on a minute to play in this first half. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Purdy throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Blankenship's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. On first down, they'll start with McFarland. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Simpson. Now they set up a screen for McFarland. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taking it about the 16. Call that one an even 60 yards. 6-0. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track. They had the loss last week to the Dallas Cowboys. The good news, they've got the lead right now. On 1st and 10, Simpson trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted.
picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey.
And able to get this to the 31.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Purdy.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Dancing to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake.
Simpson. He's got this complete to Robinson.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there. 1st down.
Versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Straight ahead running. Here's McFarland.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
McFarland once more.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Gano's kick is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10.
So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
This one fielded at the 5 and able to get this out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
On third down, Simpson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give up the middle to McFarland. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. On second down, McFarland. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on third down. Simpson. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. They'll go with a keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
It seems like a short distance, but a yard in this situation, not easily done. So big compliments to the guys up front for creating some space, and especially the guy taking the snap and finding a spot, finding a sliver, an opening, and making it work.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
On the give, this is McFarland. On a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. On first down, McFarland. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Again, McFarland. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. on fourth down. Simpson. The quick slant caught. And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They'll try and sneak it here, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Giants are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now the Niners down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Here's Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Purdy to throw. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Purdy, big 4th down play. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. Now, would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. McFarland running out of the gun. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. From the gun, this will be McFarland. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. On the handoff, it's McFarland. As they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Looks like he'll throw here. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nick Bosa. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that